Welcome. This is a warm-up series that's oriented around helping you get aware with the fact that there is a lot going on out there. How do we deal with that? How do we process it? How do we make our peace with even the heavy stuff that we have to work with in life? We're going to be working with a sense of processing that in a way that is making balance. So physical balance is a way to move through the poses to get you connected to that quality that's very visceral, very tactile. Then you'll be paying attention to how your breath is. When the breath is calm and steady, that's part of the balance. And so breath, movement, awareness gives it sort of quality that represents grace in movement. I've always been a fan of Kung Fu and Tai Chi, Aikido. Those movements are very fluid, powerful, and very balanced and still. So we're going to be practicing in a warm-up to do that, and then it'll be carried on into a sequence class that'll take you into more of those standing balance poses. Okay, so have a seat or get grounded in a way, either in a chair, on blocks, sitting crisscross, or as I like to do, just on my heels. Before we start to move, we're just going to take a moment to get still, to feel the earth below you, and the lengthening through your spine, broadening through your shoulders. Your eyes can be closed or they could be open on a slit, just finding a place to relax into. What's important is that you are recognizing that you're delineating a moment in your day to go into a stiller, quiet place. This is that beautiful practice that we call sacred selfishness, where we honor ourself as being part of the equation. We are part of the forces of nature, moving, unfolding, and taking us in directions we don't always know where we're going, where we're being taken, or what we can create. But we are part of the active equation. So as you sit and you just ponder that for a moment, recognize that this awareness is empowering, because it helps you to choose how you think, how you react and respond to any moment. And sometimes life dishes us out some pretty serious moments to deal with, as well as the joyful moments, as the artistic creation. And ideally, we're working for a balance that takes us into a place where we can be very active and moving and even feeling the deeper emotions and sensations, but still keep that equilibrium, that balance, what we call equipoise. So we're going to work with that theme. There's a lot going on out there. Take a few more moments just in quiet. Open your eyes, draw a deep breath in. And then with the exhale, come out of your posture and just come to neutral hands and knees here. Have a little width between your wrists, between your knees basically below your shoulders. Now I want you to add a little push down into the earth and push down into your toes. As I turn here, I want you to see that I'm just keeping my feet on the floor, and as I push down, I'm going to lift my knees up just an inch or two, and then set them down and breathe. Draw a breath in, and then rock your seat back. Doesn't have to be your biggest, deepest rock. Pay attention to your knees if they're sore, and then come forward and lean forward. And then back. Take a breath or two. Draw a deeper breath in, and then lift your knees just a couple of inches. You push your seat back and release it down. And walk your hands back. Sit and just breathe for a moment. Now when I do that, I notice my heart beats a little bit more, my breath changes a little bit, I'm having to tone in. So I've created this chain of visceral events. So you feel it in your body. So just being able to just stop for a moment now, breathing and feeling that as a way of grounding and recognize that you can be present with sensation. And that's one of the gifts of what our yoga poses do, is they give us all these little micro moments of awareness and of reckoning how you feel and how you can change and shift and modify because you're in charge. So now I want you to step, and I'm going to be mirroring you here. Step your right leg back with your left foot off behind you a little bit. And we're just doing a lateral stretch that opens you all the way through your sides. You can alternatively put a block or pillow or a little stack of books underneath your arm. So as I press down and pull, I want you to reach out and forward. And tip down through your fingertips. And then release all the way down. Come back to hands and knees. Now we're going to do the opposite leg going back. So step your left leg back, right foot to the side, hands on your hip. As we press into the earth, we're pulling in. We're keeping that sense of awareness that I could be steady when there's a lot going on. Sit down. Take a couple moments. Just move, stretch, and roll. Now we're going to open up a little bit more in the legs and the hips. I want you to take your right foot out in front and your hands down to the floor with a little lean out towards your left. So you can kind of fold down a little bit and roll and get fluid in your hips. Move in any way you'd like. And then gradually come with your hands together. I like to call this 3 pillars because you have your 2 arms and your front leg. Now with your back foot down on the floor, we're going to lift that back leg up. So I'll turn to the side to show you that. And now lower all the way down and pull back for a moment. Lift, and we're going to step the left leg out in front, and you can use blocks underneath your hands if you'd like to give yourself a little bit more range of motion and stretch. There's no rules you have to follow here other than being present and sensitive. Wonderful. And come up to your knees. Take your knees a little wide if you want to have a little extra towel or support underneath your knees. Do that. You want to be comfortable here. I'm going to do a gate pose. So I'm going to have you reach your right leg out to the side. Those out of the way. Left hand or right hand to your leg. Lift up through your left arm. And as you pull in, begin to stretch out to the side. Lift all the way up and release. Hands to the floor. I'm going to have you slide your foot out, so you're pushing down into the 4 points of your foot, and as you pull in, you extend back out. And this is a balance of energy. This is that pull in and pull out. So there's a lot going on, but you just ride the wave of intensity, and you make it playful. You pay attention. What do I feel? I push my knee forward a little bit so it didn't get too tight. How's my breath? Can I calm and center and reach and extend and then lift up Stay as long as you like. Come out when you're ready. Lift, and we're going to extend out through the second side. So this would be your left leg. If you're facing towards me, I'm mirroring you. Pull in. Hold on to that alignment with grace. Hold on to that inner equilibrium and balance. And then as you reach and you stretch, you'll be doing it with an authentic expression. You'll be able to reach and experience in a way that's right for your body, your delight. And hands down. Take a moment just to reach and stretch and roll. And come up when you're ready into a neutral hands and knees. Turn. And take a moment. Kick your legs. Stretch them out. We're going to be coming to downward facing dog. So you take your right leg back, push down. Left leg back. And then with the bend of your knees, press back. Extend into the earth and out through your sit bones. Come forward to plank. And then release. Walk your hands back a little bit. Catch your breath. Now we're going to add the lift of the front and back leg. So as you step back, root down into the floor, down through your arms. Create that balance between wrist and armpit, between back foot, all the way up towards your heart. Reach out, and then lift your back leg. You look for balance here. If you're all over the place, wobbling, you could take your foot down and stay balanced at an appropriate level for you. And then release. Second side. Pull in to connect. Lift all the way up. Recognize that there's a lot going on, but you can handle it. Release down. And take a few moments just to roll and stretch. We're going to be winding down here. So I want you to lift your knees, step into a nice comfortable downward dog, press your heels towards the earth and your fingertips down and forward. And now come forward, walking or crawling. It's appropriate for you. Supported chair. Take a few moments just to pause here. Alternately, you could just come in to rest in a mini shavasana if you'd like. Or you just come to stand. Take a moment to breathe. To feel the earth below your feet, holding and supporting you. You are here on this planet for a reason. You have a body, you have senses, you have emotions and feelings, you have relationships with others. For a reason. They're all your teacher. There's a lot going on. Come to your heart, and you'll always come to the optimal place to interact, to be, and to express your own alignment with the divine.